Welcome back to Grow Joyfully Home and Garden. Today we're going to do a taste test. I am going to taste many different kinds because I'm here. I have everything all ready. Some of them are going to be going bad if I'm not careful and watch them. I'm really tired today. I've done 8 pints of nectarine salsa and 12 pints of red plum jelly. Plus, I've been out in the garden this morning harvesting. It's 5:30 in the evening and I'm getting really tired. So I hope you'll forgive me for not recording my face, but I haven't even showered and I'm very tired. So we're just gonna have to do it this way or not do it at all. Because I have a whole bunch of tomatoes to taste, as you can see. And like I said, they're pretty ripe and I need to get them in the canner. So, the first one we are going to taste is the Dr. Wychees. It's been my best slicer this year, the biggest producer, the prettiest, perhaps even the highest weight. I'm not completely sure about that. So it is a mild, sweet yellow tomato. Most of the yellow tomatoes are, and I really prefer them because they have a lot lower acid. So we're going to taste this one first. I didn't get many cat-faced tomatoes this year, which I guess is good in as far as you don't have to cut away so much of the tomato. But sometimes those cat-faced tomatoes that are blossoms fused together end up being my biggest tomatoes. And I did not get my 2-pound tomato this year. So I have cut a slice of the Wychees tomato, and you see how beautiful it is. Sorry it's a little bit dark in here. It's just gorgeous. I love this tomato. So we are going to put this in the compost bowl or the chicken bowl, and we'll move on from there. This would make one incredible tomato sandwich, and I think we are going to have tomato sandwiches tonight. Cut off that brown spot and cut a piece to taste. I'll try very hard not to chew in your ear. That is a very lovely taste. It's not the sweetest yellow one I've ever had, but it is a wonderful taste, and they are great on BLTs. So we'll move this one aside. I've got a plate for it. I'm going to have to stop in between and empty the plate, but we will work with it. The next tomato is the yellow oxheart. It's a paste tomato. It's yellow, and let's see if it tastes anywhere as good as the Dr. Wychees. We'll cut that little seam out. That was a jar with the lid popping that I just made jelly in. So that's what that sound was. That's even better than the taste of the Dr. Wychees because it has even less acid. I really like that. Next is the big rainbow tomato. And the big rainbow tomato and the pineapple tomato, and I believe it's the gold medal tomato, have the pink streaking in it, and I think it is so cute. So let's give this one a taste. Look how pretty that is. That one is good too, but not as sweet as the yellow oxheart. Next is the orange accordion. This is my first year to grow it. It only produced 2. I think they're absolutely fascinating. I have no idea what they taste like. I really wanted to save it, to slice it in front of you and share it with you and see what I found out about it. Not very tasty at all. It's quite pretty. I think it would be a great paste tomato, or you could cut out the inside here and stuff it with hamburger and rice or whatever you wanted to put in it. But out of the yellow ones, I'm going to have to put that definitely as number 4. The next tomato is a flame orange. They've really never turned out this color before, I really like it, but last year, according to the labels and the seeds and everything that I so very carefully wrote on, they turned out to be much darker orange with green shoulders. So let's see how this tastes this year. It was quite small. They weren't very big at all. Maybe it's just that tomato, but it's much, much more acidic. So, probably put that at number 5. So far in the yellow tomato group, we have the yellow oxheart is number 1, Dr. White Cheese is number 2, Big Rainbow is number 3, Orange Accordion tomato is number 4, and Flame Orange is number 5. So now let's move on to another color. I have 4 greenish tomatoes, so we're going to try those. This first one is the evergreen. And last year it grew such big ones and it was so good. It was just yummy. I didn't get that many this year, probably only 3 or 4. This is the second one. Look at the green inside. Isn't that beautiful? Now let's see how it tastes. That is very nice. That's light and refreshing. I really like that. The next one is the green zebra. It's just a little fella, but it sure is cute. Let's see if it tastes good too. That's a little more acidic with a stronger taste, so I would put that in position number 2 so far. Now we have Aunt Ruby's German Green. I got quite a few of them so far, about 5 really big ones. This seems to be a very popular tomato with tomato growers. Now that would make a beautiful BLT or a tomato sandwich. I really like that. Not too much acid, a very nice taste. I'm going to put that in position number 1. The next one is Thorburns Terracotta. It is not a true green tomato. As you can see, it has that terracotta color down here, but it does have green shoulders, so I was including it in the green tomato taste test. I had 2 plants this year that have just produced really big, beautiful Thorburns Terracotta tomato. It's not too bad with the acid, fairly good in flavor. I think I'm going to place it in 3rd position. So then we'll go on to red tomatoes. The first one we're going to taste test is this really big Anna Russian. It's just a gorgeous paste tomato and just grows such big, beautiful tomatoes. You only need 1 slice of this for a tomato sandwich. I expected more acid taste from it, but it was really quite mellow. It wasn't overly sweet, but it was quite juicy and delicious. Next is the Black Krim, one of my very favorites. I think I would have to go number 1, pineapple, number 2, Cherokee Purple, number 3, Black Krim, number 4, probably a yellow oxheart, number 5, Dr. White Cheese. It has a beautiful brown color, and they say that brown tomatoes have a smoky flavor. So we'll have to see if that's true. It does have, I guess, what you could call a smoky flavor. Deeper, maybe. It doesn't have too much acid, and it's really a lovely tomato. Next is a carbon tomato, and this is only the 2nd year that I've grown it. It's a brown tomato. Let's see how it tastes. Not too much acid, sweeter by far than the black Krim that I just tasted. It's really a nice tomato. I think it's a beautiful color, and I'm going to grow it again. I put black Krim and carbon tomato in the red tomato category, but they deserve a category of their own, especially included with Paul Robeson and Cherokee Purple, which I do not have any of this year. It's my second year that I don't have any. The next tomato is Indigo Apple. It's not very big, although the ones this year grew a lot bigger than last year. It's my second year growing it, and I think it's gorgeous. Look at red inside, purpley black outside. So maybe this could be considered a red tomato or a black tomato. I grew Black Beauty this year. Not one of them set fruit, not one of them grew. Well, that's a different flavor. Kind of light, kind of refreshing. I really like these. Not too much acid either. Now we're back to red tomatoes. This one is a German Queen, and I've grown this almost from the very beginning of growing tomatoes. Now that's a lovely tomato with a true tomato taste, but not too tomatoey, a little sweeter and very, very nice. I've only tasted 2 red tomatoes, but I think I like this better than the Anna Russian. I'm not exactly sure what this tomato is. I think it's a large barred boar. Somehow it has turned out red and orange and yellow stripy, and it should be a darker color. But whatever this tomato is, I'm going to give it a taste, and I might even save seeds because it's beautiful. I guess we'll have to put this in the red tomato category. That was a little more acidic, but it had a great flavor. This one is an Amish paste, and it's the second year I've grown it. I can't even remember from last year how it tasted. That is very good. It's not acidic. It really is quite wonderful for not only making paste, but for slicing and putting on sandwiches or salads or anything else. The next one is a pink ox heart. I dropped it outside today and I split it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it. We're going to taste it and see how it tastes. I've grown the pink ox heart, I can't tell you how many years, but a long time, and I really do love it. It is a favorite. That is really good. Not acidic, quite sweet. I'm going to have to put the pink ox heart, then the Amish paste, then the German Queen, then the indigo apple, then the Anna Russian, then the large barred boar. The brown tomatoes, I think I really like the carbon more than I like the black Krim. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this taste test. I got quite a few done. I think my family would like to be able to come in the kitchen, so I'm going to close the video now. We will have another taste test down the road when more of my tomatoes start to ripen. Thanks for stopping by today for this #1 taste test of 2025. I appreciate you coming by, and we'll see you on the next video.